Often in math we care about where the x-intercepts of a graph are. And when you have a quadratic, a lot of times, most times, you're going to have two x-intercepts of the parabola. And there's two ways that you can find this. One is by graphing it and seeing where they cross. Unfortunately, if they don't cross on the grid, then you're going to have a problem finding them. So the other way is to actually find out when y equals 0. Because if you remember, when you're on the x-axis, the y value at the x-axis is 0. So let's say you have an equation y equals x squared minus 16. We'll just do something simple. And you're supposed to find the x-intercepts of this quadratic. Well, we know that y equals 0 because on the x-axis, y equals 0. So I can replace y with 0, and now what I have is a quadratic function that I can actually solve. I can add 16 to both sides, equals x squared. I can square root both sides. So then I get x equals, and then I square root the 16, I get 4. And remember, whenever you square root both sides, you have to put a plus or minus. So I know that my x-intercepts are 4, 0, and then negative 4, 0 from that answer. So I found my x-intercepts. Now, you can do this method only if there is no x value in the middle, in between them. If there's an x value in there, you have to use something called the quadratic formula, which you'll have to look at in another video. But otherwise, if you're trying to find the x-intercepts, again, find when y equals 0, solve the equation, and you found your x-intercepts. Or you could go ahead and graph it and see where it crosses the x-axis.